My name is Rob Burns. I am the CEO of the First Group. We're a hospitality real estate developer headquartered here in Dubai. We have constructed 18 towers here in Dubai, all hospitality assets. We're on our 18th tower. We're completing that. 11 are pure hotels, 7 residential and hotel apartments, and that comprises of just over 8,000 keys here in Dubai. A lot of pain points over the years, without a doubt. I think the real pain points centered around the lack of timely data to make business decisions and to collaborate within the team. The data was always there, and it always will be, but it's very costly if you have to mine the data, and if you can't mine it in time, then making decisions late can be even more costly than that. So we need the information in a much more timely fashion and in a better format. So there's no doubt there were some frustrations, and also as we grew and went from 1, 2, 3, 4 hotels, and then started to grow to multiple properties, it became even more challenging. Too many manual reports, too many spreadsheets, and we were just looking really for something that could help us really collaborate better and have real time data. It wasn't really an apples to apples comparison, and it was a different type of solution, but it was supposed to really provide the same ability to manipulate the data and create different types of dashboards, if you will, to make decisions and to run meetings and to basically inform the team so that they can collaborate on a daily basis. The difficulty was it was very difficult to integrate. It was very bulky. And we really didn't try it for that long because we found that it was actually slowing us down and not really speeding up the process. So we kind of went back to some of the software that we had developed in house, and also manual spreadsheets, etc. So basically, I had the opportunity to get to know Apo when he was running the Jumeirah Group. He was the chief operating officer of the Jumeirah Group many years ago, I think all the way back to 2007. I basically had get to know him through the industry and gained a great deal of respect for him as a leader. He did a fantastic job there, but he really made a reputation for himself that he was a leader, but also very data driven, and his strategy and his team. And that's something we had a great deal of respect for. So when he left Jumeirah, we kept a close eye. We kept in touch, of course, but I kept a close eye on how when he founded Hotel IQ, how the business evolved. We certainly we had kept in touch, but as we became bigger, we kept going through the challenges that I mentioned earlier. It became very obvious to me that we needed to find out more about what this solution could do. And that's what happened. Apo flew back out here and was able to present it to us and explain to our team what it can do. At that time, I asked the team to engage and evaluate it, and they did that. I think the most important thing when making a decision with a vendor or a partner, because that's what a vendor really is do they have a product that can really benefit your organization and really help you in a value-add way. But the next thing that's equally, if not more important, is do you have trust and confidence in that organization? And number one was that, that we always had the trust and confidence. And as we got to know the team, as small as they were to begin with, and as they began to expand, the quality was maintained. So the trust was there, the confidence was there, and the product, after we did the due diligence, we found out the product was there as well. Really, what it came down to for us is that we wanted something that was it was something that would be really intuitive, something that could be adapted easily, and something again that was a tool that was going to be something that could scale on in multiple properties through multiple teams. And really enable us to collaborate. And we really hadn't seen that, frankly. I mean, there was some really higher end. When I say higher end, I mean higher price is all I really mean. But I mean some of the stuff that didn't do just what Hotel IQ, but claimed to do quite a bit more. And we certainly found that, you know, when we did the due diligence on that we found that was very, very hard to adapt, and it didn't really provide the flexibility that we needed. So what I would say was the adaptability, the flexibility, and the ability to be able to work with the team whenever there was issues or challenges, and to be able to basically know that it's something that we could adapt to quickly and provide that really timely, data-driven information. And that's really, really what it was. And of course, we checked with references and what have you. And as much as I know, we certainly checked with individuals that were using it, and we always got very, very strong feedback as well. So those were the decisions, the key decisions. I mean, you definitely need training. There's no doubt about it. Training is required, but the product is very intuitive. So I would say that the adoption cycle really depends on your team's. It does depend on the team's ability and their experience, and of course their dedication. But the Hotel IQ guys are there, or the team's there, and they're there to walk you through it. And it's not a very difficult product to adapt. There is flexibility. Those were the main things. So I would say that, yeah, there's ongoing follow-up, but the key is it's there. It's not like some of the super large organizations that are very, very bulky and difficult to really communicate with, without paying multiple fees to have someone fly out and walk you through it. The Hotel IQ folks are just there and they're available. I mean, I think Apo's leadership, you know, he's such a positive individual, and he also strategically is very, very, very intelligent himself. He's very smart in the way he approaches things. He wasn't, when he created the organization, it was very clear he wasn't after going out and making the quick revenue. It was really more about developing relationships, developing long-term relationships, learning from some of the clients that were out in the field as well, and developing a product that would just continue to evolve and get better and better. This definitely shined through with his team. They definitely are really committed to solving problems and really helping to build the businesses rather than just basically sell you something and service it. So I would say that yeah, they get high grades there. Has it helped us collaborate? Well, absolutely. And communication has improved quite extensively. The I think that's one of the key benefits that you see. You know, the worst thing in the world when you have a fairly large organization, and we have several thousand employees, is to, you know, have meetings running and really objectives that are laid out, and results that we need to key results that we need to achieve, and not have that information to collaborate, or to actually have incorrect information or late information. So I think that it has definitely enabled us to collaborate in a much more timely fashion. It helped us make far more data-driven decisions, and that just kind of really spreads through the organization and helps to lift the organization. It's hard to put a number, or actually define that, or quantify that. But the reality is that, you know, it's happening when you're able to make decisions that, you know, you wouldn't have been able to make. Then you're basically, that hits the bottom line. So they're you know, having the data, having it there, having it in a format and in a report and in reports that are very, very clear and very intuitive, things that can be transparent across the entire organization, regardless of the level of the individual. When you have that, there's no doubt that it's impacting your performance, your financial performance, as well as your team performance and collaboration. Well, I wouldn't want to recommend it to any other hotels because I think it'd be an unfair advantage. I kid Poe about that, but all kidding aside, yeah, 100% would definitely recommend it. I think, regardless of the size of the organization, whether you're, 1, 2 properties, or whether you're, far larger than us, you need timely data, and you need to be able to collaborate throughout the organization with that information. You need something that's going to enable you to do that in a faster fashion, and that's what Hotel IQ does. I'm sure there's other products out there, but the reality is we certainly would 100% recommend Hotel IQ, Poe and his team, and I think more and more organizations are starting to adapt to that. I think you'd have to say yes. I mean, but it certainly made it easier. It's made it, and we were going to scale regardless. That's part of the plan, and we would have found a way. But whenever you can have something that makes that more efficient, and more timely, and having information to make better decisions during that process, it certainly makes that an easier process, and it's noticeable. Just to kind of wrap up, I would say that basically, it's definitely had a great impact, and I think we're still even just scratching the surface. And I think that it's going to enable us. We're expanding. We're opening up 4 new properties this year, and as we do that, it magnifies the importance of that. That having that tool that you can count on, and that everyone can use to collaborate with. So overall, I think we're very, very pleased, and we look forward to being involved with this partnership ongoing as the product continues to evolve and the service level stays the way it is, which is fantastic. I think it's going to benefit us a great deal, and a lot of other hotel companies as well.